Hi guys, it's Marcy Fiorillo here, and today we are going to work in Chapter 2 of your Photoshop book, Basic Photo Corrections. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to understand image resolution and size, very important. View and access files in Adobe Bridge, straighten and crop an image, adjust the tonal range of an image, use the Spot Healing tool to repair part of an image, use the Content Aware Patch tool to remove or replace objects, use the Clone Stamp tool to touch up areas, remove digital artifacts from an image, and apply the Smart Sharpen filter to finish retouching photos. So in the first part of this chapter, you learned how to straighten and crop and adjust the color on this image. Now we're going to remove the crease, which often happens when you have photos that have been scanned in. So an older photo like this that was scanned in, and of course the scan reveals anything that's actually on the photo. This could include damage or creases like this. Well, you used to have to go in and repair every single pixel, but now Photoshop has a magic tool that will help you get rid of these sorts of things. And this tool is called the Spot Healing Brush tool. If you go over to your toolbox, it's the one that looks kind of like a band-aid. And remember, whenever there's a little arrow here, that means there are tools that are nested underneath. So if you click and hold down, you'll see all of the tools that are underneath there, including the red eye tool, which actually most phones, camera phones have now, or photo editing tools on your computer already. However, you can also do that in Photoshop as well. So we want the Spot Healing Brush tool. And up in the options, we want to make sure that the size of the brush is about 25 pixels. The hardness is 100%, and the rest of those can stay at default. So you can see the size of your brush here. I'm going to zoom in just one more time just so we can see that crease and be able to see what we're doing as we fix it. Now you have to kind of have a little bit of a steady hand, or you can make short strokes with it. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to click and drag on the area that you want to heal, so the crease. You can either do this in one long drag or do shorter drags, which is what I'm going to do because my hand isn't that steady and my mouse pad isn't that large. So I'm going to start from the top, and you just click and drag, and it looks like a black line is being painted in your photo. That is untrue. When you let go of the mouse click, you'll see that your photo is magically healed. And you just follow that crease all the way down using your healing brush. Notice it's repairing. Right here I didn't get it all, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and get that last little bit. Okay. Now obviously if your blemish is larger than 25 pixels, you want to have a brush that covers it, and you can just experiment with it. And finishing up all the way down. Voila, the crease is magically removed from your photo. And that is the Spot Healing Brush tool. The next tool we are going to look at is the Patch tool, and we're going to apply a Content Aware patch to our photo. This comes in handy when you have someone who doesn't belong in your family photo, like this kid over here on the right. He's not part of our family, so we want to get him out of our lovely picture looking at the bridge. So first I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so I can get him a little bit closer in. And the Patch tool is actually underneath the Spot Healing Brush tool. Remember, I said that tools are often nested, so you want to select that. The Patch tool works in that you're going to select the boy and his shadow first, and then we're going to kind of drag him out of the scene. So what you want to do is you want to get in here and select as close to the boy as you can without including any parts of the boy in your selection. Otherwise, those parts will be left in your image. So I'm going to go all the way down and select around him, including his shadow. Oops, went out a little bit, but that's okay. It's better to go out than to go in. And when you get all the way back up to the top, you let go and you'll see that you have a selection here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click and drag inside. Don't do it over here. You want to see that little cursor with the arrow. Click and drag inside to move him out of the way and replace him with part of the image. So as I click and drag, what I'm going to watch for is down here and make sure that the wall lines up. I'm going to keep clicking and dragging until he's all the way out of my photo, including his shadow. And notice that down at the bottom my wall's not lining up, so now I'm going to adjust up until the line of my wall lines up, and I'm going to let go. And there you go, the little boy is mysteriously gone from the picture. Now you can see here that there's a little bit of the photo that doesn't quite make sense, but guess what? When you back it up, you won't really notice that. The focus will be on the family. And that is the patch tool.